Well, Janelle Iacchino is in here talking about spiders and mice. Fire away there, young lady.
Well, we've just been getting an increase of calls lately for spiders. And every year that I've worked in this business for the last 20 years, mind you, it's 20 years, everyone that calls is always just like, I got bitten by a brown recluse, or like my so-and-so, my husband got bit by a brown recluse. Everybody thinks that if they got bitten by a spider, it must be a brown recluse, and now they're going to lose a limb and die. And it's not usually that extreme.
What is a brown recluse?
A brown recluse is one of only two very, very dangerous spiders that exist in the southernmost part of Chicagoland, I guess. You would say it comes up this north. It's very, very rare. But there are a number of other species of spiders that we see so much more frequently that could be biting you if you have a surplus of them in the house.
How do they bite you? Oh, while you're sleeping?
Well, not necessarily. A lot
of times, they jump on you during the day and start going to town.
More often than not, if you get bitten by a spider, it's because you sat in a blanket or a pile of clothes and the spider was in that and got disturbed and tried to defend itself. So a lot of times that's how it happens. Or you could be, you get into bed and there could be one in your bed and that's how you get bitten. But what I want to educate people about is you cannot... there's no scientific way to diagnose a spider or any kind of insect problem just by looking at a bite alone. Everybody reacts differently. We all know this. If you're sitting in a yard and everybody's getting bitten by mosquitoes, maybe somebody's not. Everyone has a different reaction. So you can never judge an insect presence or identification by the bite alone. You have to see the insect. If you're guessing that you got bitten by something, you have to find the insect in order for us to diagnose that. And what I want to remind people too is, if you do get bitten and it looks like it's getting swollen, red, infected, sure, you should go see your doctor or dermatologist. But please bear in mind that doctors are not... they're not entomologists. Maybe they read one chapter of insect bites while they were studying in their medical career.
How many chapters have you read?
I know more about spiders than most people care to know about, but that's another story. But yeah, like if your doctor, if you go in with a bite and you're like, hey doc, what is this? What could this be? They're not going to know either without seeing the actual insect. So just bear that in mind. And don't always think it's the worst. I will say brown recluse spiders get their name because they're reclusive. So I can count on one hand how many times we've actually physically run into a brown recluse in the field. And more often than not, it was an abandoned home or something that had been sitting without human activity for a long period of time. And that's more of its realm. It likes to hide out. And you're not really going to see them out in the open.
How large are they? Are they the size of a penny, a dime, a nickel?
It's about the size of a nickel, I would say. But there are so many species of spiders that look similar, too, that people will automatically think, okay, it's brown in color. It must be this. Well, the telltale sign of a brown recluse is a little shape on its abdomen, on its back, and it's like a fiddle. It's like a fiddle shape. That's how you know for sure it's that. And
can I make a recommendation?
Sure.
If you get that close to a spider to determine and to recognize a brown fiddle on its back, you're too close to the spider.
Exactly.
Just throwing it out there.
And even funnier than the other characteristic is they only have 6 eyes, not 8 like most spiders. So
Another
again,
reason not to get close to the spider.
Exactly.